Ever since Royce Gracie shocked the world with the power of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at UFC 1, the discipline has been a mainstay inside the octagon. Generations of high-level submission specialists have competed for the promotion, including Jillian Robertson, who owns the most submission victories of any woman in the UFC. We caught up with the Savage to hear her 5 favorite tap-out artists.
Here's Jillian Robertson putting that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt to work.
There's the tap!
Once she grabs people, they realize how hard it is to deal with Jillian Robertson.
What makes someone a submission specialist is that tenacity in them to keep on going for the finish. You're going for the kill.
Oh, dog nasty!
Watching a technician work, see all the little fine details. It's amazing to watch somebody just be able to manipulate someone on the ground using science, essentially.
There it is! What a performance!
Jillian Robertson, most finishes in the women's history.
To hold the record for the most submissions out of any female in the UFC means a lot. I broke Ronda Rousey's record. She was the one who held it before me, and it's so awesome to be even in the same ranks as her. So it means the world to me, but it's also just the beginning. I'm coming for Charles Oliveira's submission records. I'm Jillian Robertson, and these are my top 5 submission specialists in UFC history. Coming in at number 5, Jim Miller. I consider him a submission specialist because I think he's proven it time and time again.
Oh, guillotine. It's tight, it's tight.
There's the tap!
Just being able to go out there and dominate his opponents on the ground.
He's out. Guida's out! Jim Miller with his patented guillotine!
He's just such a vet in the game.
Jim Miller's a savage, man. He finds ways to win.
Oh!
He's just got that non-stop grit in him where he's gonna keep on going, keep on looking for the finish.
That's it. There's the tap! Jim Miller gets it done!
He's always a threat, looking for a submission.
Jim Miller!
Coming in at number 4, Brendan Allen.
Here is the credentialed Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, Brendan All-In Allen.
I consider him a great submission specialist because he's always looking for the submission, and he's young too, so he's hungry and he wants that win.
He's got the choke. He's got the choke.
There's the tap!
He definitely has a very complex grappling game and puts his opponents in places that they don't really know how to handle.
Wow. There it is. Brendan Allen, a rear naked choke specialist.
Every time you watch Brendan Allen fight, you'd expect to see a finish. He's backed up a bunch of rear naked choke submissions, and that's kind of my thing, so I always gotta appreciate that.
He is such a sensational threat.
Next up at number 3, yours truly. I chose to be on the list because I am the top submission specialist out of all women, and I don't think that anybody in the sport, male or female, goes after submissions like I do.
Jillian Robertson gets the submission victory.
My MMA jiu-jitsu is very complex. I'm able to force people into submissions with my strikes.
When you start throwing your arms up like that, you are just inviting submission attempts.
There it is.
There it is. That's it.
Working with Dean Thomas, I found a foundation that I think is more advanced than anyone else in the game.
Dean is a true mastermind when it comes to strategy and game planning.
That's it, don't stop. Jillian, you can get this.
There's the tap!
My favorite fight that I've won via submission is with Maria Agapova. Not necessarily the prettiest.
Oh my goodness. Wow, almost tapped.
The ref stopped it a little bit late, in my opinion. I had to tell him twice, she's out. And he was like, no, she's not. And I was like, no, she's out.
And that's it! Jillian Robertson puts her out.
Winning a fight in general, there's nothing to compare to it. Now you finish it with a submission, it just tops it up. Coming in at number 2, Islam Makhachev. I consider Islam a submission specialist because nobody wants to be on the ground with him. And I think that says a lot.
He's so strong, he has tremendous grappling, a ridiculous squeeze. It must be just death when he gets hold of your neck. He just has everything.
He's just constantly looking for the finish, putting guys away, and just absolutely relentlessly chasing the submission.
He's stepping over the head here.
It's beautiful the way he does just flow through things.
Oh, that's it!
Oh my goodness.
Islam Makhachev!
Islam is obviously pound for pound one of the greatest in the world, and I think he showed with his fight against Dustin.
Dustin's got to be careful here.
Oh, he tapped!
I I think it's huge to have a submission over Charles Oliveira, the submission king in the UFC, who is just leagues above everybody when it comes to the top finishers in the UFC.
Right into the half guard.
Triangle. Oh, this is
Taps. Islam Makhachev submits Charles Oliveira to win the title.
It's absolutely amazing to see him accomplish feats like that. And my #1 pick for best submission specialist is Charles Oliveira.
Enter Charles Bronx Oliveira. He has that championship mindset. He is the most accomplished finisher in UFC history.
He's top of the list in most submissions out of anybody. My favorite fight is that Charles Oliveira's won via submission against Justin Gaethje. I loved that fight.
Oh!
Charles landed a big right early. Oh, an uppercut now for Gaethje.
He got dropped, he got rocked on his back where most people are counting you out. Charles Oliveira is still a monster, still a dog, still looking for the kill.
Now trying to transition to the back.
You can't let him take his back. Oh, he's got the choke.
He's gonna go to sleep.
Oh my goodness.
That is gonna do it.
This dude right
Who
here,
can
man.
stop Charles Oliveira?
He is really what encompasses a submission specialist.
Dude is a savage.
I'm Jillian Robertson. Thanks for taking 5.